He just can't go in and get the money. Somebody else has to sign for the money. Somebody has to give him the money. And being part of the program for as long as I was over there, Coach Jarvis is the kind of guy that he's just about the kids. Everything he does is about those kids. And I know this for a fact that the money, the biggest issue is the dates. Mm-hmm. They used the money on this date because bookkeeper such one there, and then when they reported the money back, he has a receipt for everything he did for the money. And the thing about this type of situation is, this would be a non-story in Cobb, in Gwinnett. We know this.
Yeah.
Outside the perimeter, like y'all was saying, we know it wouldn't be it'd be a non-story.
And I know, just saying it from our end, Teddy, I don't want to, I'm not here to call out programs and all that. My biggest problem with it is I see the kids in the inner city, in the APS, the system, and seeing how Mays, because trust me, I give Maceo the business all the time about, y'all ain't got no state championship yet, inside the perimeter. And what they were able to do 2 years ago hasn't been done since in the 70s.
Yeah.
A team that make it to the state championship. So to see this crumble, because it's crumbling, because, I gave my opinion to Coach when I saw him about the Griffin job. I was like, anyway. But I guess it kind of gets to me because I know there's a lot of kids down here inside the perimeter who works hard to get to a place where, like places like my town, we take for granted. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
At the end of the day, it boils down to checks and balances. Like you said, if there's an accounting for the funds, and he has a record to follow, there may be some light at the end of the tunnel. I'm not too familiar with the story.
That's fine.
But I hate to see legacies ruined by, a few bucks.
Like paperwork.
Yeah.
Paperwork.
Yeah.
And what's funny is because, like say, we talk about, you can go to, I'm pretty sure at Buford, if something needs to be done on a particular day, it gets done and it gets recorded. Probably because somebody's there 24 hours a day to make sure. So that's like inside the city. We have to go study those kind of programs. And okay, what are you doing? Mm-hmm. And we need to do whatever you're doing. We need to do that too.
Yeah.
So I think that's the biggest problem within Metro Atlanta.
Well, that's just it. When you talk about Coach Jarvis, he's been a part of DeKalb County.
Mm-hmm.
He's been a part of Gwinnett County.
Yeah.
In the system. He's been at Duluth, which is a tough place to win. You talk about a place, and it's a great community and great support. But you got to. Well, you know what though? The athletes don't stay.
Right. There you go.
Okay. If you go out and watch Gwinnett Youth League, Duluth has good teams. But those kids end up at Norcross, they end up at North Gwinnett, they end up at Peachtree Ridge, they end up at Buford. And so after several years of doing that, he saw just how difficult that was going to be.
University of Buford.
University. But you know what? Everybody in Gwinnett County complains about Buford, but they won't kick them out of the youth league because that's what they're doing. In the youth league, they're plucking everybody out of there in middle school.
Feeder.
And that's just it.
True feeder program.
And you got kids that should be at Parkview, at Brookwood, at all those schools. They're over at Buford, but those schools won't play Buford in a game.
I'm so glad you said that, Coach. Because,
what?
About the importation.
Of
athletes. That's exactly what it is.
But they're doing it in middle school now. They're not. If you ask the athletic director, said we have very few people coming in the 10th and 11th grade, 12th grade transferring in. They pick them in the middle schools because they're in the youth league.
I bite my tongue.
How's that? Kick them out the youth league, send them to the other side of the lake, make them play with the Gainesville folk. Make them pull out them kids out of Hall County.
Hey, man. Well, that's our hot topic right now. Brought to you by Dr. Kevin Dancy. Give him a call, man, if you're in Southwest Atlanta. 678-836-2118. That's 678-836-2118. When we come back, man, as you can see, Sam's ready to go.
Oh, we're going to get into it.
We're going to get
into
it with Sam Crenshaw when we come back.
Yo.
Did you know volunteering can be fun? Community service is for everyone. Young people, families, men, women. As a volunteer, you'll help your community and gain valuable skills. Network with others. Energize your life. Make an impact and have fun. Get in step with your community. Volunteer. Visit www.lionsclubs.org.
Well, I finally did it. I opened a 401k. What? Why? Just wait for the inheritance. We've definitely got a rich uncle somewhere. We're one call away from the winner's circle at the Derby, dinners with multiple forks, a vacation home in the country, using summer as a verb.
You don't actually think that, do you?
When it comes to financial stability, don't get left behind. Get tools and tips for saving at feedthepig.org. This message brought to you by the American Institute of CPAs, the Georgia Society of CPAs, and the Ad Council.
What's up? It's Garrison Hurst, University of Georgia. You're listening to The Crush on Sensation Station Network. Go Dogs.
It takes 12 years to create a graduate. It takes about the same time to create a dropout. And at the end of the day, the difference between a child becoming one or the other could be you. So United Way is asking you to make a pledge. Tutor a child who needs help. Mentor a kid who needs someone on their side. Volunteer to read to children. Because when a child advances, we all advance. Be a reader, tutor, or mentor. Give, advocate, volunteer. Live United. Take the pledge now at liveunited.org. Brought to you by United Way and the Ad Council.
Oh yeah, it's time for the question interview, brought to you by the committee to elect DeWarren Robinson, Fulton County Superior Court Clerk. We all win with DeWarren Robinson. Election day is May 24th, but early voting, it began May 2nd, so get out and vote, man. Elect DeWarren Robinson, Fulton County Superior Court Clerk. Yeah.
So who got in the building, man?
Oh, man, so coming to the microphone right now, man. Hey, he don't really need much introduction, man, because he been on your TV for some of y'all lives.
He ain't been on your TV. He been on your radio.
Yeah, so if you don't know who this guy is, man, you clearly don't watch TV, and you don't know nothing about sports, but that's okay. Sam Crenshaw's in the building. What's going on, Sam?
What's going on, man?
Hey, man.
I've been looking forward to this.
Hey, man, I can tell. I appreciate it, too. Got my Twitter followers up a little bit. I appreciate that.
That's all we need. You can always follow us. So, Sam, man, let's just start out. Just tell people officially how long you've been doing sports, either on TV or radio.
Man, long enough to know I don't want a real job. I don't want a real job. My goodness, I'm probably going over 25, to some part about almost 30 years. I would say that, just ballpark. Maybe a little more, a little less, but right around that area. Either radio, TV, or now I'm doing 4 or 5 different things right now, but it's still in the line of work, so I'm enjoying it.
It was funny because we talked about, before the show, I was telling him I heard you talk about your story about you probably would end up covering the space shuttle blowing up, but ended up covering the Masters.
When I went to work in Augusta many years ago, and I covered the Masters, and the day afterwards, didn't know I was going to end up being called into the office to be the sports director, be the main sports guy, because back then there was only one person for the sports department. One that was staff meeting, I found a mirror, and that was it. But I enjoyed the time down there, and it's like you in Augusta, and the station is physically located in North Augusta. It's like the farther out you went, the better the high school football was. Mm-hmm. You just went out, and you go into places like Thompson, and you went to places like Washington Wilkes, and you went to places like Lincoln.
Oh, please. Let's not talk about Lincoln.
But then on the other side, you end up going. You go out to like Bamberg, Earhart, and Barnwell.
96.
96. I mean, them boys were playing some ball out there. Strom Thurmond, McCormick. See, you laughing because you know it's up around. What was in that water up around the lake? What's in the water up around the lake? Something up around Clark Hill Lake. Y'all had some ball players.
We didn't have much to do. We had nothing to do. See, they can go to Six Flags, go to graffitis, and they didn't have all the options like we.
When I got up here, Sam, I lost my mind.
Really?
When I went to my wife Brown, I lost my mind.
See, work at the change. See, you saw all this stuff going on.
You know what? I'll tell you what. Some of the best times I would have down working in Augusta was this time of year. Well, they play at any time, but the temperature got over 55 degrees. Was that semi-pro baseball?
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. There was nothing else like that, man. Those guys would have a good time out there, and the guys tried to get me for the longest to come out and do a story. Sam, you got to come out here. You got to come out here. I said, what y'all doing? We playing ball. You got to come out. And I came. I finally went out there one Sunday afternoon. I went out there, and the guy didn't want to let me in the gate. He said, who sent you out here? Who told you to come out? I said, they said they were coming for the ball. I said, let's play for some ball out here. They playing baseball. They told me to come out here and cover. He said, no, who told you to come out here? And I get in, and I find out there's some guys sitting up there, and they pass on a bottle wrapped up in a brown paper bag, and they would know. I said, well, I ain't here for that. I'm here for the baseball.
They brown bagging it out, though.
Hey, man, we got to do what we got to do, man. Hey, man.
I'm just
we can't
saying.
offer you real. We got to get some brown paperbacks. If you don't mind, let me go back to those days, man.
Yeah, man.
What was going? Because being in Lincoln, when we saw you, we were like, "That's a black dude on the radio, on TV, right there." So we were like, so that's why when I came to Atlanta, he came to Atlanta, I'm like, is he following me? But anyway, man. So
gotta keep up with you. Gotta keep up with you.
So when you was down there, though, man, outside of this football, what were some of the things that you noticed about sports down in that area compared to when you came up to Atlanta? What were some of the things you were seeing?
Just some tremendous athletes were down there throughout the schools in the area down there. Remember, Augusta at that time, all the area had a lot of guys in the pro football. Aiken County, whenever you had the Perry brothers over there, you had Roundtree, guys coming out of Josie, you had a lot of players, that were coming from the area that were playing pro ball. So there was a lot of talent and a lot of pride in it down there. So it was really fun to go out and cover. And I was always noticed the names that we had over in Lincoln County. If you went over to like Strom Thurman, you had something to say, the Hillarys, the Normans, the Buses.
Yeah.
It was like it's just
families.
The families. Yeah. But there was some talent. Them dudes would come out and play some ball. And so Friday nights was a special deal. When I told somebody, I went down to speak to the athletic directors conference in Savannah here about a month ago. They invited me to come down and speak to the statewide athletic directors. I said it's changed so much. When I first got to Augusta, they would go out and cover one football game on Friday night. Wow. Just one game. I mean, you got two sets of school. You got the South Carolina school. You got the Georgia school. You got some that's going across the line, playing each other across the river. I said, how can you just do just one game? And by the time I left there, we were covering about 6 or 7 games in the night. We were moving around that town, and it was a lot of fun. It was a really good time.
So, what was your most memorable coverage? I mean, rather TV or radio, an event, number one, or number two, what athlete have you covered from high school to college to the pros that you really got a kick out of covering?
One just retired, Calvin Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
That was
That's a good one.
It's not bad. One just Calvin Johnson, just amazing. The work ethic, the dedication with that guy, smart, but he had to because his parents demanded it, and just a smart guy. So yeah, I mean, covering him throughout his career down at Sandy Creek and then over Georgia Tech, and then seeing him play up in Detroit, remarkable. So that's what I would have to say. And obviously, our current MVP of the National Football League, our current player, Cam Newton, having watched and covered him play out at Westlake. What the players that came out of that school down there.
Oh, man.
Once again.
There go that question again. I don't want to say it.
I know.
I don't want to say it.
A lot of people say that, but I mean, how many folks can say they got 3 first-rounders playing in the league at the same time?
We're not questioning that, Sam. I'm just questioning,
I'm not talking about that. I'm just saying, how many schools can say you got 3 first-rounders playing in the league at the same time?
Because he'll have, it's funny.
I can't think of another school in the state can say that. Valdosta can't say it.
No, nobody.
They got a bunch of state championship trophies in their closet down there,
yeah,
but they can't say they got 3 first-rounders playing in the league at the same time.
The talent in the city is amazing to me because I always tell them when we have people coming to show, I say, he went to your school?
Yeah.
Anybody? Yeah, they played this year.
Yeah.
I mean, looking like,
yeah,
what?
It's depressing.
But that's also why we have something coming up next month in these satellite camps. That's why we got these satellite camps coming to town.
Used to be a bad word, but it's a good word.
Yeah, good word, man.
Again.
Good word. It's so good. Kirby Smart said, I'm going to come and hang out for this one.
Might as well.
The one that's happening over at Maynard Jackson. Jim Harbaugh is coming to town, and Kirby said, well, I'm going to hang out in that one to keep an eye on him. So both of them are going to be at one, first week in June, and then the next week, Urban Meyer's camp is back on out in Lawrenceville, out at Central Gwinnett High School.
So what do you think about satellite camps?
I think they're fine. I think that, you know what? I think they're fine. I think they're a good thing for the guys who wouldn't be noticed. Urban Meyer and Jim Harbaugh are not going to come down here and back up a truck and take guys away back up to Michigan, Ohio State.
Nah.
They might see 1 or 2, and for all the the hoopla that people had down here and got upset about it, to me, I said it smacked of fear. What are you afraid of?
Yeah.
The kids who grow up here, watch the SEC, they want to go to the SEC.
They're not going to the SEC. It's too cold.
You know what I mean? Now, and all the coaches, Saban, Smart, they're going to get their first 2 strings. They're going to have their guys. Now, they might mess with their depth chart, that 3rd or 4th string guy that he might have sitting there for 2 or 3 years. That guy might take off and go and play somewhere. But their first 2 strings won't be.
All right, man. We're about to take another break. Stay with us.
I told
it's the
y'all.
Crush.
You want to see who's in the network?
Don't be jealous that I've been chatting online with babes all day.
Follow us on Instagram at Sensation Station Network. We're the nation's urban station. Radio, not dumbed down.
Hey, this is DeWarren Roberts, your Fulton County Clerk candidate for Superior Court. Early vote starts May 2nd through May 21st. Election day is May 24th. Remember, we all win with DeWarren Roberts. This has been brought to you by The Crush on Sensation Station Network.
I am an American soldier.
I'm a warrior and a member of a team.
I serve the people of the United States and live the Army values.
I will always place this first.
I will never accept defeat.
I will never accept defeat.
I will never quit.
I will never leave a fallen comrade.
I am disciplined.
I am disciplined.
Physically and mentally tough.
Trained and proficient in my warrior tasks and drills.
I always maintain my arms, my equipment, and myself.
I am an expert and I am a professional.
I stand ready to deploy, engage, and destroy the
enemies of the United States of America in close combat.
I am a guardian of freedom and the American way of life.
I am an American soldier.
I am an American soldier.
I am an American soldier.
There's strong, and there's Army strong. See what it takes at GoArmy.com.
Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of our United States. Most people know him as a man of great wisdom and vision. What many don't realize, however, is that when it came to finding late-model sedans at government auctions, or even looking up a zip code, Mr. Lincoln's wisdom was sadly lacking. In fact, the citizens of that day knew it best not to even ask. Fortunately, now there's firstgov.gov, the official place to turn when you need information about federal, state, and local government. Whether it's how to get a student loan, renew your passport, or even apply for a small business loan. All three of which, as numerous historians have noted, were remarkably absent from Lincoln's Gettysburg Address. So go to firstgov.gov. Who knows? If Abe had it in his day, he could have checked out an auction and traded that drafty log cabin for a nice condo on Maui. Firstgov.gov, a monumental source of useful information.
Hey, man, we're back. Still with our man, Sam Crenshaw. Hey, man. Tried to tell y'all, man. Y'all gonna learn something today. So, Sam, here's my question.
Yeah.
We're gonna get deep with this one right here.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Okay. So, you do a wonderful job retweeting and giving the scores, keeping everybody informed on Friday night with the scores. Why won't a lot of these schools just dedicate 2 or 3 people to the social media? Because it's part of the game now.
They're afraid. They're horrified. You know, because I mean, we think of the people who are in that position. You know, the social media right now is like an evil form. But I mean, that's one of the things that got me invited to the conference with the athletic directors because of my activity on social media. That's why they invited me. And I sat in on a session and listened to some of the things that they were saying, and certain things they added, certain things I think they left out. It's the other part of the game. You can do well. You can have your players doing well on the field, on the court playing, but the other part of the competition is here.
Yes.
If you're not competing here, you know, your young people are going to miss out on a lot of things: recruiting opportunities, visibility for your program, visibility for your school.
Right.
Because that's where it's coming from. You can sit there and wait for the AJC to come see you, or
They're
wait
not
for
coming.
Fox 5 to come. You're going to be waiting for a minute.
They're not
you know
coming.
What I mean?
Yeah.
And you can have someone that steps up and takes a little bit of responsibility and accountability. And it doesn't take long, you know, to do it. I mean, in certain ways. And if I think what we're going to see eventually are social media teams. Have a social media team for your school, and those are the people who are going to just deal with that. Some young people who deal with that, and even have a competition for it. I mean, that would really make it catch on. I think we're going to get to that point. I really do.
So, Sam, if you look at sports in Atlanta and all that right now, my man Teddy, he's part of the Kennesaw State uprising.
Oh,
I call
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
What are you seeing? I mean, because if you look at the big boys, Georgia Tech, I'm looking at the schools like Georgia State, Kennesaw State, and the way they're growing. What's the difference in what you're seeing in just colleges in the state of just Atlanta and Georgia in general?
I think because we got this dearth of talent that we talked about with the satellite camp, and not just in football. You know, people recruit this state of Georgia in so many different sports. I always say, if a college isn't recruiting the state of Georgia, they're not serious about winning.
Oh, yeah, you can get fired. You're going to probably lose your job.
Right, because we're preparing. Young people are getting prepared in all sports. I mean, lacrosse is the newest thing here. I did a story recently over a school in APS, and a girl is playing there that got a scholarship to Virginia Commonwealth. Virginia is a place where kids play lacrosse in high school. They come down to Georgia and get a girl from an Atlanta public school and give her a full ride. That tells you about the caliber of talent and the preparation that's going on, you know, here in our area.
I hope my daughter's listening.
And
Daddy's right about this lacrosse stuff.
And I'm glad you went there because on one of your Sunday shows, you were talking about the new scholarship money, golf, tennis. Just go play.
It's just sitting there.
It's sitting there. It was so crazy because I was sitting there. It was so early in the morning. I'm like, man, I wish I had an old school recorder so I could just record. Like, man, listen. So as you were talking, I was just like retweeting. Like, listen, it's money in other sports. You don't just have to play football, basketball, and baseball.
Throw. If there's so much money that if you throw, and in track, if you throw shot, discus, hammer, and the hammer is not a high school event. But if you get some training in the hammer, that money's just sitting there. Because think of the college teams that don't have anybody that can throw it.
Yeah. Get those points.
So they don't get those points.
Them points matter.
Points matter. Just go out there and pick it up and throw it in the right direction. You got to throw it in the right direction now.
Throw it over my head.
You spinning around and turn that thing loose. You got to throw it in the right direction. But if you got somebody that can throw it out there in the right, you're getting those points. That's worth them having a scholarship. When you say?
Well, I really think you know, I'm a big advocate for Kennesaw State, of course.
Yes, he is.
And I really, I'm just trying to figure out how to embed us in the local market, because our problem is right now we need to get one big in basketball, and a couple other sports, but one big. How do you do that?
I think the biggest thing with Kennesaw State is to get people to stop off I-75 and see it.
Oh, yes.
Because a lot of people drive past it and they don't get off the freeway to see it. And I think that's the biggest thing that Kennesaw State can do right now that they have football, is get people to come up there on Saturdays, get off that exit, go to the game, and before you get back on 75, come over and see the campus.
Wonderful.
And I mean, to me, that's the biggest thing Kennesaw State can do right now. It's almost like a secret. How you can have a secret with 27,000 folk? I don't know.
30,000.
How you gonna have a secret with 30,000 people? How can you keep that a secret? But there are a lot of people who know it's there. They drive by and they see the exit and everything, but they seldom get off and actually see it. And I think that's the key.
Yeah, I was on the exploratory committee for football. I did the projected cost for the program, and one of the reasons we really wanted football was because of the talent pool here. We felt that it would be easy to build a good team, and it's come to fruition.
Yeah,
we just need to get some.
Well, you got a coach. You got a coach that knows the area and knows the, recruiting the area, knows where the talent is, and that's the great thing about the coach that you have in place up there, Coach Bohannon. He knows that. So I mean, I think that's just a matter of time. And once again, getting more young people to come up there and see the program and see the campus, because this is a remarkable campus. Oh, yeah. I love the gym. That is awesome facility. Yeah. I know they play the state high school semifinal round up there. I wish they could move the finals up there. We won't get into that conversation.
Yes, sir.
We can't measure the basket right.
My God.
There you go.
I tried to tell y'all, man. Hey, y'all gonna learn something today, man.
Hey, man, we still got more, man. Stay with us. It's the Crush.
Vince Lombardi once said that it's hard to be aggressive when you're confused. Some of us think that taking our lives to the next level, both personally and professionally, is a confusing and complicated process. Guess what? It's not, and I can prove it. My book, Truisms, will show you how living your life by rules that are so self-evident and obvious, you'll say, I knew that. This powerful yet short, detailed bestseller is on sale right now, under $10. Go to michaelmcfadden.com. That's michaelmcfadden.com, and let Truisms help you to the next level.
Coming to Tampa Bay, I said we want to win a Super Bowl, and I believe we will.
From IamSecond.com.
We came close, but never really did win that championship.
Former NFL head coach Tony Dungy.
At the end of my 6th year, I was fired, and it was one of the biggest disappointments of my life. Next year, I'm in Indianapolis, get to the playoffs, but get knocked out again. And for the next couple of years, it's the same thing. Everyone is saying Colts are never going to win one. And I did wonder, why didn't it pan out the way I thought it would? But I determined that I had to have Christ first, and that everything else came below that, including my own desires. The next year, that ended up being our year to go to the Super Bowl and win it. And it was a wonderful feeling. Every decision I make, I'm going to make it through the lens of Jesus Christ, and He'd guide us to that ultimate victory. I'm Tony Dungy, and I am second.
This is Amari Batman Carroll. You listen to The Crush, the only sports radio show that they're going to keep it real in the A on Sensation Station Network.
Still here with our man Sam Crenshaw as we go through and talk about it. What have you seen from your being in the state of Georgia as long as you have? I know you had to stand outside of the state, but monetarily, the differences in high school sports and things like that in the state of Georgia, what have you seen?
Oh my goodness! I mean, you look at a lot of programs that have all the means and the whistles and bells. It starts here in the metro area with the video screen scoreboards. Wow. I mean, I hadn't seen anybody else do that until I came back to this area in the late 90s, and I saw Parkview and Brookwood. They were like the first two to have those video screens in scores. And I mean, those things make money.
Yeah.
Those things make big money because, I mean, you know, after somebody scores a touchdown, yeah, that picture goes up and everything, but right behind that, it comes that sponsor. You know, Kroger, you know,
Believe that.
You know what I mean? And so those things make huge dollars, and now they're all around the area. We probably got about 25, 30 schools around the area that have those video screens in their boards, and they're making a lot of, you know, and it also attracts people when they migrate to this area or decide to move to another area of the team. Those things do a lot to attract people's attention. They want to come and be a part of what's going on. So that you talk about money, you know, that's what it would do for you. You look at a program. We mentioned Buford before. Let's talk about them. They have all the whistles and bells.
Buford University, University of Buford.
Well, and they're competitive for state championships in everything that they compete in. It's not just football. That's just one sport.
So are the regulations and oversight for high school just as strenuous as college right now? Should be.
As far as oversight,
just watching players and how they move around, how they're transferring to different areas, how the money flows.
They have a system in place. But that bona fide move thing, bona fide move. That's the word they like to throw around.
That's the word. The bona fide move. If you talk with anyone down at the the thing of it is how convenient the high school association office is located. It's like at Thompson. Who goes to Thompson?
Yeah, it's way out the way.
Oh, yeah, you can't.
Like it really
you have
should
to
be
ride
like,
to get to that.
Yeah, it should be like downtown Atlanta.
No. We don't get somewhere. You're gonna have to come down here to see us.
But it's
gonna take some lefts and some rights.
It's funny you say that.
Dirt road.
Because when we had the Battle Bowl, when Roderick Battle, who ended up going to UGA, his junior year, South Cobb basically they hated on him, and so we had to send this paperwork down to Thomaston. They were like, "But nah, it ain't gonna get here. Y'all got to drive it down."
Yeah.
Like, dude, you gonna be ineligible because ain't nobody driving down there. We don't even know where that office is down there. Like, the Swedge really got office down there.
He is down there. Well, he's out now. We got Phillips is the new executive director of the Georgia High School Association. Yeah, but you know, it's only about when you call them up and say people complain, they say, Sam, we only got 6 people in the office down here, and that's what they tell you. We only got 6 folk in the office. That's all we got.
And we're governing 400 plus high schools.
That's it. That's it. You know, so that move's kind of slow.
We're giving it to you straight, no chasing.
Bona fide move,
Stay
everybody.
with us.
Understand what bona fide move.
Well, I finally did it. I opened a 401k.
What? Why? Just wait for the inheritance. We've definitely got a rich uncle somewhere. We're one call away from the winner's circle at the Derby, dinners with multiple forks, a vacation home in the country, using summer as a verb.
You don't actually think that, do you?
When it comes to financial stability, don't get left behind. Get tools and tips for saving at feedthepig.org. This message brought to you by the American Institute of CPAs, the Georgia Society of CPAs, and the Ad Council.
I am an American soldier. I'm a warrior and a member of a team.
I serve the people of the United States and live the Army values.
I will always place finish first.
I will never accept defeat.
I will never accept defeat.
I will never quit.
I will never leave a fallen comrade.
I am disciplined.
I am disciplined. Physically and mentally tough.
Trained and proficient in my warrior tasks and drills.
I always maintain my arms, my equipment, and myself.
I am an expert, and I am a professional.
I stand ready to deploy, engage, and destroy the
Enemies of the United States of America in close combat.
I am a guardian of freedom and the American way of life.
I am an American soldier.
I am an American soldier.
I am an American soldier.
There's strong, and there's Army strong. See what it takes at GoArmy.com.
Coming to you live from Sensation Station. Listen to The Crush, Get a Rush. Live with Stacey Harris, best radio station online. Peace. Roll Tide.
So we still here, man. With our man Sam Crenshaw.
Hey, man.
In the Crushing interview.
Wow.
Boy.
So y'all gonna learn today, man. So your homework for the night is find out if you are a bona fide move. Yeah. Only words you need to know in the GHSA sport.
What I've noticed too, and the thing I don't know if GHSA regulates it. If your community is behind you, as far as raising funds and booster clubs and all that, that helps the program too. Because I've seen where we've talked to people, but like you're saying, some schools have the bells and whistles.
Yeah.
You go to some school and you be like, man, a school I know in the Cobb County area, haven't been around the whole 15 years. They got a nice program going on over there.
Okay.
That community jumped on them very hard, and they got the signs and the scoreboard. In Cobb County, one that blew me away is when every turf in Cobb County is turf. Every field in Cobb County.
But there's one school that had theirs first. They had about the same time the Falcons got it over in Georgia. Yep. Yeah. They got a whole different.
When you
got a whole different thing.
Yeah, when you got $1 million to blow every year, you be running out of stuff. Man, what are we gonna do this year?
What are we gonna do with this? What are we gonna do?
Man, we can't build nothing else. What y'all want us to build? But it's funny you were saying that, Sam, because I think a lot of people don't really understand. Because APS, you share stadiums,
right?
Whereas
APS
schools outside the county. I mean, go to Walton on a Friday night.
Oh my goodness!
I mean, just the game day experience.
The
experience.
I mean, you can just think about what they rake in concession, sponsorship. Like, I mean, they got Fords parked outside before you even walk up.
And I was all, that's the one thing I always talk about car dealerships. I always ask is why don't they have cars parked in the end zone at
Lakewood,
APS, at the Cab, and Clayton, because the folks in them stands, they buy cars too. So I don't understand why. Don't they really?
Yeah. Yes.
So why would you park a car in the end zone and sponsor? I don't understand why that doesn't happen. That should have been happening.
I always tell Maceo, if you would take some of these kids from the OTP outside the perimeter and bring them in city, they'd quit football. Because the programs we got out there, man, it's just a different thing. The sponsorships, the weight rooms, the this and that, the community is a whole different thing.
You know what though? You might be surprised though. You might if you got one. And kids, I mean, and we look at one that's right here across from Piedmont Park, Grady.
Mm-hmm.
You can find some kids that will come in there, and because of what they're doing academically, and kids are being seen and recruited from that school. Yeah. Hey, I've seen some kids come in there. As a matter of fact, I can't even call the name of the parent. I can't figure the name. I know a mom brought her son from Parkview to Grady.
Wow. Really?
Yes.
Wow.
So, yeah. And she was very proud of and very happy that he went there, and he ended up going to play college ball. So yeah, all that can happen. I mean, kids want to compete. They want to compete.
Exactly.
Obviously, they want to compete. They want to go to a situation where they're going to know they can be competitive.
Yeah.
And so if they come into that field, they see that, and they're getting everything they need. Also being recruited and being visible, which in this town, who's not seen?
Yeah.
This is one of the best recruited areas on the planet. Mm-hmm. So if you're playing on a very competitive team, you're being seen by scouts, recruits at your games, so that's the whole thing. So, you have some kids that might have some, hesitation to come into the city because it's where they don't come. But if they come in and find out kids are playing football like they're playing football out there, they come down here, roll up their sleeves, and play some ball.
What do you know about that South Georgia football, buddy?
Yeah, that's a different animal now.
Stand it, man.
Different animal. I got an up close personal look at that this year. I do some work with GPB on Friday nights for their high school football games and work the state championship for them. And this year, the folks down in Colquitt, the wonderful folks in Colquitt, wanted GPB to come down, because most of the games they do are here in the Metro Atlanta area. They said, you guys say you doing Georgia high school football. We want you to do Georgia high school football.
I say the same thing, Sam.
Come on down here to Florida. Come on down here to Florida.
They want
Atlanta football.
They want you to come down, and so we did. Most of the crew went down that Thursday night. I drove down early that Friday, and man, the town was just buzzing because they were playing Valdosta. So you got that's the big rival.
That's the rivalry.
Coming in. They want to expose them and make them look bad on statewide TV, which they did. They played the fourth quarter with a running clock. And the food was everywhere. Of course, they're the Packers, so they got barbecue on the town square. We had cameras up there doing things. That they had a big pig picking before the game, and then they get us in the press box to call the game just before kickoff. They bring out a banana pudding. I said, now I'm gonna be gone by the second quarter.
I'm gonna be like this.
I guess we'll kick you in by
Who's on the cat?
Who was that?
Yeah, I need my spotter. Spotter, you got it now. And it's funny you say that, Sam. I was telling Glaze the year we lost to Kelly in the playoffs, they set us up because they had unlimited Chick-fil-A in the booth. So
unlimited Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, I mean, you had nuggets, you had the nugget platter, you had.
What you say you had? What you had in there?
Oh man, I had all the dipping. So I had Polynesian. I was mixing it up, and we talking to the coaches on the sideline. They like, man, what y'all doing? Boy, these nuggets are good. They take care of y'all. They take outside the perimeter. They take care.
But he wouldn't shake my hand after the game.
No.
I was part of the Kell Middle School program.
Okay.
So hey Mace, what's going on? Hey man.
Dude, we losing, man. Don't talk to me. But thank you for the nuggets.
Yeah, all the chicken fillet.
I had about 10 sandwiches I took home.
That's our crushing interview.
Wow.
But when we come back, we're going to the Crush rundown. So Sam, you can stay around. We'll still talk some more stuff with you, man. Stay with us, guys. It's the Crush.
Are you thinking about getting your GED diploma? Well, here at the GED Pep Talk Center, we've got a number of pep talks that can motivate you.
Sometimes things don't always turn out the way you want them to.
You know that feeling? People look at you and don't believe in you.
You want some gentle encouragement. Then you're on your way to your GED diploma and a better life.
But I know they're probably just a little bit nervous. You can find it in yourself to take that first step. You can improve your future. You can do this. I know you can.
You need to start pushing yourself.
Now get your game face on and take the first step towards a better life. Hurry up. Don't make me repeat myself.
Whatever level of motivation you need to get your GED diploma, we've got a pep talk that's right for you. Call 1-877-38-YOUR-GED or visit yourged.org for your pep talk and find free GED classes in your area. GED is a registered trademark of the American Council on Education. Brought to you by Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Mom, Dad, guess what? Now you're always talking to me about not doing drugs like pot and ecstasy and cocaine. How they're dangerous and illegal. Well, you don't have to worry anymore. My friends and I have found a much better way to get high. And you'll be happy to know it's not even illegal. Nice, huh? Want to know what we're doing? All right, I'll tell you. We use cough medicine. Seriously, the stuff in the medicine cabinet. You didn't notice it was missing? Oh, well, I guess lucky for me then.
Last year, more than 2 million teens risked blackouts, seizures, even comas, intentionally abusing ordinary cough medicine, the kind in virtually every home in America. Never heard of it? Bet your kids have.
And it's got to be safe, because it's medicine, right?
When you talk to your kids about drugs, make sure you start with the ones in the medicine cabinet. Need help getting the conversation started? Go to drugfree.org. A message from the Partnership for a Drug-Free America.
Great leaders aren't born. They're made, and not just anywhere. They're made in special places by special qualified trainers in places like the Academy of Creative Coaching. The Academy of Creative Coaching is an international certification program with courses in health and wellness coaching, spiritual coaching, relationship coaching, executive coaching, life coaching, and cultural competency coaching. Courses are online, hybrid, or face-to-face. The Academy of Creative Coaching is empowering coaches to empower the world. Make a positive change in yourself and the world. Go to academyofcreativecoaching.com.
Hey, this is Teddy Parrish, and you're listening to The Crush on SSNATL.com.
a little bit nervous. I never say it in front of people, but the Crush Rundown brought to you by Parrish Capital.
Yes.
At Parrish Capital, we can help you achieve your financial goals by
Yes, we
providing
can.
high-quality advisory services
All day.
and making smart investment decisions. Go to Parrish Capital. That's capital with an A.
Yes.
.com.
Believe it.
For more information. That's parishcapital.com. I'll say that 4 times. Not a joke.
That do feel kind of funny.
Yeah, I know.
We were sitting right next to the. I'm glad you're reading that. Yeah. I would be like, oh,
That's pretty smooth.
Yeah. I wonder who wrote that.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, make sure I say that right.
You don't want to mess it up tonight.
Get that.
Yeah. Not tonight.
Hey, man, this is where we talk about things that we didn't get a chance to. So I want to talk about a few things. And we got some sports guys in here.
Yeah, no doubt. We're just kicking it.
Canelo Alvarez, boy, he knocked Amir Khan the beep out. 2-piece. On Saturday. I mean, he went to sleep in the 6th round.
Pancakes, mama. I want pancakes.
It was for the middleweight championship, WBC.
I want pancakes for breakfast.
I knew. Now, you know, Amir was the guy that everybody thought Floyd was running for.
Was this on pay-per-view?
Yeah.
Shame on y'all.
You bought that fight?
Right. But I would never order. I told you, I'm still disputing Mayweather Pacquiao on the cable bill. I'm like, hey, man, my 6-year-old pushed the button, man. We ain't order that.
I ain't paid for that.
Yeah, but anyway.
I like the fight he's talking about. He wants. I like to see that fight take place.
Conor McGregor?
No, I'm talking about Mayweather. I don't see Mayweather no more.
Yeah.
I'm talking about. I don't see him no more. I want to see Canelo and Triple G.
Triple G.
That's
Triple G. That's the
come
new
out,
name.
They'd be throwing some bombs.
Yeah.
They'd be throwing some. Triple G come out there, stick his face like that, and hit me one time, just show you can't hurt me.
Wow.
You know, yeah.
So you think Bronner's done? Adrian Bronner?
I don't know.
If he stopped trying to be Floyd, he might be all right.
I think he's getting his own way.
Yeah.
I mean, if he just sat back and he's got skills, he's trying to talk when he can't talk.
Yeah, man. Give it up, dude. Give it up, dude.
Stop.
Yeah.
What you got, man?
Hey, man, Sam Bradford talked all that trash before the draft, and, you know, he must have found out there wasn't no market out there for him, and he showed up to practice today. Funny how that works. You know, I mean, if I got about $14 million on the table, I think I'm going to show up, too.
Yeah, he said, so none of y'all want me.
So nobody out there want me. I'll be at Eagle practice. Yeah, he showed up. He looked good today, too.
I don't know, Sam, man. I think his shoulder pads and jersey too big for him. So we'll see what he do when he go back out.
Man, one thing about it, man, I'm not leaving $14 million on the table, man. I'm gonna go get that.
Teddy, tell about that money.
That light bill gets high. That light bill gets high to 25,000 square foot house.
There you go, man.
And that wife looking at him like,
what you gonna do?
Sam,
they get off that sofa.
Nobody wants you. Get that check, buddy.
Yeah,
ain't that
no doubt.
Well, Frank Vogel got fired by Larry Bird.
Larry Bird don't like nobody.
Yeah, and I saw it when Larry was sitting in the stand. He had that look like.
Oh, didn't he have that look on him?
Yeah.
Like he was just fighting Dr. J.
Yeah. He did have that look on his face, man. I've seen that look before.
Is Larry? Did he pull the trigger too fast, or what was going on? Because last year he didn't have Paul. He loses David West. He loses the center, so he had to basically rechange and they went into the playoffs with that squad. So.
Yeah. I think he wants to make sure that Paul George is okay with everything he wants to be. That's the guy. That's the piece he wants to make sure and hang on to.
Paul George writing soliloquies and poems, but we'll keep it going. What you got, man?
Yeah.
Hey, man, they love Braves.
We got a gig already, and they're talking to them up in New York.
Oh, yeah. He can maybe gonna run triangle. Cause field out there, I ain't gonna get in the field. The Atlanta Braves, man, they are on pace to lose a record 134 games, man.
Wow.
You know,
they are 1-16 at home.
Yeah, man. Can we hurry up and get them to Cobb County, please?
Listen to my traffic.
Yeah,
I don't care if you put 12 lanes out there.
But SunTrust Stadium looking real good, though.
It is
first
coming on.
area shots. Oh yeah, that thing gonna be. Oh yeah, it's gonna be empty, but hey, whatever.
Man, I was trying to drive home Saturday, and I'm looking like they about to put a Braves stadium up here.
It is.
Everybody sitting there like.
I tell people I live up toward the top a little bit in Gwinnett, and I said, you know what? At 4:30 on a game day, I could leave my house at 4:30, and somebody could leave Chattanooga, Tennessee at 4:30, and the folks from Chattanooga would get there before me.
You all right?
You know,
it's crazy.
Wow,
man. It's crazy.
Yeah. Hey man, everybody, Atlanta is full. Don't nobody else move here. We're full. We're looking at helicopters now, Teddy. We got to talk about. We got to get us helicopters.
That's the thing. You know what? That's the thing.
Spending that money on
Helicopters.
See, look at him.
Get people helicopters.
Get them, Teddy. We're trying to
delayed gratification.
Why sit it? Okay, Teddy, you're right. No helicopter. My bad. No helicopter.
We make money with that helicopter. Helicopter rides to the ball game. Folks in the hotels down on Peachtree up in Buckhead. You can get them a helicopter and get that traffic to the ballpark. I'm all for that. What time we buying this plane? I mean, the chopper.
We'll talk about it.
Buy a drone. Buy a drone.
We'll talk about it.
You can look at the game wherever you are. Hey, it looks like Steph Curry will be back to back MVPs. Seems like it was pretty much a foregone.
Oh yeah.
It didn't look like nobody. And
Right now, he's the best player in the game.
When you win 73 games, you can't do nothing else about it, man. I don't think about same thing I say about Steph all the time is what he's going through now. Injuries. How long can he play? And at this level,
I think he can do fine. I mean, you talk about guys who, Barkley, especially after stuff happened with the Hawks being physical, that, you can't be that way in the league anymore. If he was back in the day now, you would worry about him because he's not the biggest guy in the world, and he would have caught a beat down from Mahorn or Lambeer or some of them guys. But I mean, the game isn't played that way now, so he could be around for a while doing what
I kind of look at him like Grant Hill was. Grant was at his best. He was at his best, but he kept having them ankle problems and knee problems and things of that nature. Steph he had a good year off, 2 years until he got to the playoffs. You remember Grant in the day?
I don't remember Grant Hill being that good. He was good.
Have you not remember the Detroit days?
In Detroit.
Was he that good?
He was good in Detroit. Once he got to Orlando and got the money,
the money kind of slowed him down. See, Teddy, you weren't there then either with the money. You could have helped him out.
I despise
nice clothes. Nice wardrobe, though. We saw all the suits. We saw every suit in his closet. He never dressed out for games.
And the way he accessorized it with that ankle brace.
that was lovely.
What color was the ankle brace? They matched the suit?
Man,
color coordinated.
Yeah, he was fly with it, man.
Tamia, she did that.
He was fly with it.
Took him up.
Now, y'all light-skinned brother think y'all back with Drake and Steph Curry. Stop it.
Hey, man, in microwave society news, the Oklahoma City Thunder, they've made this series 2-2.
Yeah.
Funny, after that game one blowout, everybody had already, crowned San Antonio. It's 2-2. I mean, KD went off.
Yeah.
He did something that he ain't did in a while. He told
he went for 40.
He said, I need my 4 quarters.
Yeah.
Stay back, young fella. It's mine.
Russ dropped 15 dimes.
Yeah. He said, Russ, I got the 4. Just ride with me.
Yeah. I mean, when you got two guys who can combine average 70 between both of them, I mean, they can always have a chance. But San Antonio, once again, they look old.
They did.
They look old.
Well, he looked fast then, boy. Because when Kevin Durant doing this thing, 6'10", 6'11", can shoot from all over the place. Got handles, is quick. It's just tough. It's tough. And then you put a lot of pressure on Leonard then. Because you got to say which one you're going to take. You're going to take the point or KD. You can't do both.
It's a series now. It's 2-2.
Yeah.
Anybody's game now.
Hey, before we go to break real quick, Kentucky Derby winner Nyquist wins by 1 1/4 links to become 8-0 in his career. May win. They thinking back-to-back triple crown this year.
He found out that deal at American Pharaohs.
Yeah, you saw that. You saw that. Let me get out the pasture. You saw that.
3 times a day at $200,000 a pop.
Boy, come on now.
Nyquist said, I got to win how many more?
Hey, me and Teddy shared an article about them dollars right there. Me and Teddy, we be over, we calculating. Yeah.
Nyquist say,
I see you. We got to go with this horse now, though.
That's a needle in a haystack.
Oh, you not the right one. Glue. Eats glue.
Yeah, oh, man. Because Pharaoh, boy,
Pharaoh
getting it in.
Boy, he got it good.
Pharaoh smiled at everybody.
Good, like this ain't put on about 170 pounds, but that's all right.
Yeah.
He ain't got to run real fast to do what he's doing.
Not at all.
Hey,
they bring it to him.
We got quicker station identification. We'll be right back.
The dream of the future brought to reality by
Sensation Station Network.
This is Bobby Yalla.
This is Judge Hatchett.
This is Lamar Batman Curve.
Hello, this is Teddy Parrish.
This is Keon Carpenter, former Atlanta Falcon. You are tuned into The Crush on
Sensation Station Network.
Hey, we're back doing the Crush Rundown, brought to you by Parish Capital. I'm saying it again.
Yeah.
Make sure we got a phone caller, man. What you get?
Hey, caller, what you question on, caller?
Hey, man, what's up, fellas? I don't get to call in the radio stations a whole lot, but when I do, man, the only one I like to call is my folks on the Crush.
Yes, sir.
I got a few things to run down real quick. Hold on, let me find my glasses. I was taking notes. All right, we're going to start off with the number 0. That's how many championships the Atlanta Hawks got, the Atlanta Dream got, the Atlanta Thrashers got, and the Atlanta Falcons. 0 out there once again. Also, thank God for the Atlanta Braves, 1995 World Series champions. And the fact that I'm really from Southeast D.C. And did Glaze just say a foregone conclusion?
Yes, sir.
Lord have mercy. What is this world?
Yes, sir.
I'm going to hang up and listen.
Yes, sir, I did. I said foregone.
And the number they got called was 678-613-5857.
You know what I saw today, Mace? I didn't think. Did you see our morning show anchor boxing, kickboxing today?
No.
The male was he was at the boxing thing. He was in training.
Wow.
I didn't know he could do that. Anyway, keep it going.
Yeah, man. Hey, man. You can check out Michael and Joy in the morning, man. 7 to 9.
Michael and Joy.
Yeah, right here. Sensation Station Network.
Let's keep it going, Mace. What you got?
Oh, yeah, man. Al Horford says he loves Atlanta, wants to continue his career in a Hawks uniform, but he wants that max money.
Not at 20.
Not going to happen, Al.
That money.
Not going
Not at 20.
20 a year?
Yeah.
Yeah. He won't max.
He won't max money.
No,
Al.
can't do it.
Man,
Can't do it.
I'll keep
Nah, this the place safe.
And love Al Horford. Love Al Horford.
Love Al Horford.
Yeah, I love what he's done for the team. I think he could have been a lot more effective if he had been allowed to play the 4 rather than the 5 while he's been here. And that's the only thing. He's going to go somewhere else and probably get to play the 4, and we may see him be that guy. But his role here has been to play the 5. But no, that's not going to happen with this team.
We can't do the 20 with him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can't do that. I think we won't see him in uniform next year. We may not see Jeff Teague either.
I don't see it either. I can't see them keeping both of him.
I think that's probably the big changes we're going to see with this Hawks team. I like our team. I'm happy. I'm excited about the enthusiasm in this community for the Hawks. There's been no enthusiasm for this team before last season, for about over 20 years. You can go to the mall, you couldn't find Hawks nothing.
Yeah.
You could find stuff from every other NBA team in the league, or whoever LeBron was playing for this year. You could always find them in the mall, but you could never find Atlanta Hawks stuff. They've always been the third choice when it comes. I mean, with exception for the time when Neek was playing here in town, they've always been the third choice as far as pro teams go. So my thing is, with this excitement we have, heck, we changed the colors and everything. Folks went out and bought the stuff all over again. Last year, I was like, people finally went out and bought Hawk stuff at the mall. Y'all changed the colors. Folks went out and bought the new colors and whatnot.
When they went in all black with the neon, that's a good-looking jersey.
So, I mean, the community right now is solidly behind the team, and they're waiting to see what this new ownership, which I won't call them new ownership anymore. They've been in place for about a year now. Yeah. So take the training wheels off. Time for y'all to roll. Let's see what they're going to do, who they're going to bring in here.
They need to bring Kevin Willis back.
Well, now you're talking about somebody going to be physical. You talk about Kevin Willis. You asked Kevin, he said, can I play like I played when we were, he can't play like that no more. But, I mean, they got to bring somebody in, and who is it that you go for? Everybody's saying Cousins. Some people say, I like my man up in Milwaukee, the Greek Freak, Antetokounmpo. To me, you're going to have to get somebody with the headed on the way up. It kills me when I hear people say Atlanta's got to have a superstar. Well, I don't want nobody like Harden that's going to score 30 points a night and hold the ball all night. You know what I mean? Or Carmelo, them superstars. I mean, what do you?
It's over for Melo.
What is a superstar now? Anyway, we only got about a dozen in the league, and half of them didn't even make the playoffs this year. So I mean, which one of those guys are you going to try to pry away from the team to come here? And most of them want to be in a situation where they're already on a team they know has a chance to win or is already one that's winning. So you got to get somebody that's on the way up. You're able to do that with Paul Millsap. I mean, so now you got to get another guy that you think that's on the way up to do that. And I think the two guys we mentioned might fill that bill.
They're about to give Dwight Howard away.
Yeah, for a bucket of chicken.
I know it's from the house here. But.
Well, you know what? I talked with someone else about that, and they said no way we bring Dwight in because of what's happened in L.A. and Houston. But you know what? When he was in more of a team environment in Orlando, that's when he did his best. He thrived. Mm-hmm. He wanted to try to do what Shaq did and go out and play with the big guy, and he found out he couldn't handle it.
Yeah.
He's been with two of those, what you would call big superstars, both with Kobe and with Harden.
He's not that
and
kind of
he
guy.
got away. And being in Atlanta, if you can excuse the part about this being his hometown, it might be the kind of environment that he could thrive in. Yeah. And you have him at the 5, and play, and you have Millsap. Now you got to bring somebody else for you too. If you're going to keep Bays starting at 3. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. Corver going to be your 6th guy next year. I don't see starting him. We got to bring him off the bench.
We're going to see. It should be interesting with Atlanta. Hey, man, that's the Crush Rundown brought to you by Parrish Capital, where you can achieve your financial goals because they provide high-quality advisory services. Go to Parrish, that's P-A-R-R-I-S-H, capitalwithan.com for more information. When we come back, it's time to do a little really. Stay with us. It's the Crush.
Did you know volunteering can be fun? Community service is for everyone. Young people, families, men, women. As a volunteer, you'll help your community and gain valuable skills. Network with others. Energize your life. Make an impact and have fun. Get in step with your community. Volunteer. Visit www.lionsclubs.org.
Hey, what's up? This your boy Maceo Hurd.
This your boy E. Glaze. You listen to the dopest sports show on radio. It's the Crush on Sensation Station Network.
Damn, Gina.
Yeah.
Well, I finally did it. I opened a 401k.
What? Why? Just wait for the inheritance. We've definitely got a rich uncle somewhere. We're one call away from the winner's circle at the Derby, dinners with multiple forks, a vacation home in the country, using summer as a verb.
You don't actually think that, do you?
When it comes to financial stability, don't get left behind. Get tools and tips for saving at feedthepig.org. This message brought to you by the American Institute of CPAs, the Georgia Society of CPAs, and the Ad Council.
Hey, Crush fans, I'm Tanisha Fernandez. You're listening to The Crush on Sensation Station Network.
Really, Glaze? Really, Crush fans? This is the section of the show where we question the intelligence of our sports brethren. We're back. We're going into those really where we question our sports people out there. You want to start this one, man?
Yes, please. Can I start?
Go ahead, bro.
Really, Atlanta Hawks. Really, Atlanta Hawks. We are 0-8 against LeBrick and the Cleveland Cavaliers, man. I mean, what's the deal, Coach Bud? I mean, we brought Humphreys in. Humphreys is the only tough guy that we have.
Well, they're going to let him out of witness protection program. They had him on. Why were they hiding that man? Play that man. I mean, free Chris Humphrey.
You know, you sat 17 years next to Pop. You didn't learn anything about in-game adjustments? Really, Atlanta Hawks, man. P.O., man. P.O., man. I season over.
I won't piggyback that, but I sure feel like it. But anyway, as I watched this Miami-Toronto game, Miami's up 44-35. Really, Dwayne Wade? You thought it was a good idea to shoot during the Canadian national anthem? You didn't think there was going to be a problem doing that? It was my pregame. Nah, bro. No. You playing Toronto out of all teams.
Hey, man, he's Prince's favorite artist, man. I think he get a pass right now, man.
Yeah. And you thought it was a good idea for you to shoot during the national anthem. Okay. Really, Dwayne? What you got, man?
Really, Kyle Korver.
I guess you got a Hawk thing going on.
You really going to come out today and say that Atlanta fans need to support y'all? What you think we did? One Phillips Arena packed? Didn't you go like 1 for 9? You didn't give us nothing, and then I post a picture of you getting off the bus. You look scared. You going to call the fans out? Kyle Korver, go on and get that sign for sale, dude. You're done.
Yeah.
Get out of our city, man. We full anyway, man.
Yeah.
Really, Kyle Korver.
You kicking him out the city.
Done.
Dang, kick him out the city.
I'm going to take this overseas, man. To the fans that went to a Turkey wheelchair basketball game and started fighting in the stands.
Yeah, really, y'all. At a wheelchair basketball game.
At a wheelchair basketball
What
game.
y'all fighting about?
Well, the problem is the two teams they're also soccer rivalries. So if you go to that same soccer game, I can't say the name of the city, you go there, they're going to have the fights there. But to take it into a wheelchair game.
Wheelchair basketball
What
game.
could be said? I don't want to go there because I will go to hell if I say what I want to say.
Yeah, don't do it, dude. Don't do it.
Y'all know I was
going
there.
Yeah, don't real.
Because I'm sitting next to you, so please
don't do it.
But what?
I don't want nothing coming through that window.
Shouldn't you just be supportive? Really, fans? What you got, man?
It's passion, man. It's passion.
At a wheelchair game, saying
passion.
I don't want to seem like I'm piling on. Really, Coach Bud? We were in the Eastern Conference Finals last year.
Mm-hmm.
Second round this year. Don't it seem like we're going backwards? Shouldn't it be like a evolution? Like, shouldn't we be in the finals? And you the GM, so you picking the players, you shopping for the groceries. And this is what you giving us, Coach Bud? 17 years sitting next to Coach Pop.
He's shopping at Aldi's instead of Whole Foods.
Man. Really, Coach Bud. Oh, no. I didn't mean to do the house like that day, but I had to do it, man. I had to do it, man.
It's harsh.
Yeah. I feel some kind of way about him, Sam.
So I'm going to the U.S. Soccer League. And a guy by the name of Romero Parks.
That's a good one right here.
He gets a red card with another guy by the name of Wimet. They both get red cards, and they keep talking between each other. So my man, Romero, waits till the guy turns around and kicks him square in the back with his spikes.
Yeah, no doubt.
First of all, you both got red cards. Second of all, you waited till he turned his back. And third, you got spikes on, man.
Hey, man, I'm just saying, dog.
You thought that was a good idea?
I'm just saying, man. Soccer is very violent.
It's tough.
Soccer is violent.
For people who don't know.
Yeah.
But you gotta
I'm surprised was able to stay there pretty that long.
Who?
Your boy.
Beckham.
Bend it like Beckham. Like, I guess it must be like a force shield around him or something, because he ain't had them problems. At all.
Kind of like Gretzky in hockey.
Oh, yeah. I never saw Gretzky get checked. He never went into the wall.
T still was in the mouth. And
yeah, they must have like
he had protectors.
Yeah,
they had some tough guys on that team. They know if you went after Gretzky, you were gonna get a beat down.
They must have put that in everybody's check. Like, hey, look.
Hey, before we finish, man, Sam, you can stay around with us, but I want to make sure we tell everybody about where they can find out more about you. If people out there know about you, but just put all your stuff out there, man.
Man, all this stuff. I got a whole lot of stuff.
We got a few minutes left. We're going to take a little bit with Sam. He do so much these days.
Weekend mornings, 92.9, weekend mornings, football season, GPB on Friday night, Saturday afternoon, Georgia State football. During basketball season, I did play-by-play for the men's and women's on ESPN3, Georgia State. Oh, Sherman White. Miller Grove. To Georgia State. That is huge.
That is gigantic.
That is huge.
What people don't know is two big moves about those two schools that just happened. Sherman going to Georgia. If Kennesaw to get the coach there, I can't think of his name from
Al Skinner.
Georgia Tech better be careful.
Yeah.
Go wife and put a border around the thing.
Yeah, hey man, hey, I'm just saying.
That's it. And doing some reports for City TV, City of Atlanta TV. So all those places. Plus, you can follow me on Twitter at Sam Crenshaw 23. That's where these folks find me.
And no doubt. SamCrenshaw.com. He got all kinds.
Yeah, and watch out. I'm going to be hanging out with Sam during GPTV games. He don't know that yet.
Come on.
There it is.
Come on.
The plug.
Yeah.
Well, Sam, if you can stay around, that'd be great.
We'll be here.
Yeah, man, but thank you for coming on, man. It's been a pleasure.
Thanks for the invite and any time.
Yeah, man.
It's time to interview Teddy Parrish in a minute. We got questions.
We got financial
questions.
All right. With draft day just taking place.
Oh, yeah, man.
Yeah. This is going to be good.
Yeah.
Mom, Dad, guess what? Now you're always talking to me about not doing drugs like pot and ecstasy and cocaine, how they're dangerous and illegal. Well, you don't have to worry anymore. My friends and I have found a much better way to get high. And you'll be happy to know it's not even illegal. Nice, huh? Want to know what we're doing? All right, I'll tell you. We use cough medicine. Seriously, the stuff in the medicine cabinet. You didn't notice it was missing? Oh, well, I guess lucky for me then.
Last year, more than 2 million teens risked blackouts, seizures, even comas, intentionally abusing ordinary cough medicine, the kind in virtually every home in America. Never heard of it? Bet your kids have.
And it's got to be safe, because it's medicine, right?
When you talk to your kids about drugs, make sure you start with the ones in the medicine cabinet. Need help getting the conversation started? Go to drugfree.org. A message from the Partnership for a Drug-Free America.
Are you thinking about getting your GED diploma? Well, here at the GED Pep Talk Center, we've got a number of pep talks that can motivate you.
Sometimes things don't always turn out the way you want them to.
You know that feeling? People look at you and don't believe in you.
You want some gentle encouragement.
Then you're on your way to your GED diploma and a better life.
But I know they're probably just a little bit nervous. You can find it in yourself to take that first step.
You can improve your future. You can do this. I know you can. You need to start pushing yourself.
Now get your game face on and take the first step towards a better life. Hurry up. Don't make me repeat myself.
Whatever level of motivation you need to get your GED diploma, we've got a pep talk that's right for you. Call 1-877-38-YOUR-GED or visit yourged.org for your pep talk and find free GED classes in your area. GED is a registered trademark of the American Council on Education, brought to you by Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
This is Judge Hatchett, and you're listening to The Crush on SSNATL.com.
Okay, so here we come with our second question interview, brought to you by the Committee to Elect DeWarren Robinson, Fulton County Superior Court Clerk. We all win with DeWarren Robinson. Election day is May 24th, but early voting started May 2nd. Elect DeWarren Robinson, Fulton County Superior Court Clerk. And now, here we go with our second question interview. Our main man, our money man, our financial guy, Teddy Parrish. What's going on, Teddy?
Nothing much, man. Making love to life.
Hey, woo! Man, he done did a lot of quotables, man.
That's a
tweetable, as my pastor say, that's a tweetable moment right there. that's a tweetable, that's tweetable right there. Teddy, what's up, brother?
Oh, just fighting a good fight. Trying to navigate these treacherous waters.
They treacherous out there, huh?
They treacherous, but I love it.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. Now, you know, Teddy be all over TV. Fox fly him up when they got money questions.
CNBC, he get all over the place.
Yeah, he's CNBC, you know, then he be all out in Harlem after he do it. But we're not getting to that. So, Teddy, what I want, I ain't gonna tell all your business, because you're my guy. But it was important to really bring you in tonight, because we got a lot of guys who just became new millionaires, Teddy.
Yes.
And we're seeing that these guys coming in, they're accumulating some big bills before they even get this money. So let's just for a second talk about the signing bonus, Teddy. These first round guys are going to pick up $11, $12, $13 million.
Well, first and foremost, anyone who's going to get that type of money kind of knows in advance that they're pretty high, their stock's pretty high, so they should have a plan before they get that money, and that plan is outside of his relationship with his agent. Not all agents are bad, but a lot of times there's a conflict of interest because they're pushed to different people who do things in the best interest of others. So that's one thing. But also when I say have a plan, you know, that person needs to sit down and actually map out what his future looks like the next 3, 5, 7, 10 years. I mean, I know some of these guys are pretty young, but this is serious business. It's serious money. They only get to make that money once in their lifetime. In NFL, 3 years is that's the average career.
Yeah.
You know, so they need to take the time to know what the power of that money is, first of all, because you buy $700,000 worth of jewelry that's probably depreciated 75% when you walk out of the store.
When you try to go sell it back, when you need to sell it back.
Yeah.
In a pitch.
Instead, you know, get some costume jewelry. but at the end of the day, it's about having delayed gratification, having a plan, and once you have the structure right, then you worry about investing it, because a lot of times it's not even investing it; it's saving.
Right.
You know, and you know, I think I said this last time I was on. We hear a lot of negative things about athletes and how they handle money, but guess what? You know, black folks in general don't handle money very well. You know, I gave you the numbers of how many people, black people on Social Security at a certain age rely 92% on Social Security for their retirement. That alone should let you know.
Right.
You know, we need to get our house in order. So these guys are really, I feel for them. because there are a lot of people coming at them, and at the same time they live in this hip hop culture that just influences them to spend money. You know, liability. Hey, there are a huge amount of liabilities of hip hop. I love hip hop.
I do too. I mean, and just looking at that, do you see it more when you see these stories about these? When we stick with the athletes and things of that nature, is it more trying to keep up with the Joneses instead of trying to? Because it looks like everybody lives. Some people say they live in the now. They live in the now too hard. They don't really want to see. Luckily for Allen Iverson, for instance, Reebok saved a little money for him. So when he gets to the age of 50, he'll have a little cash for him.
Yeah, a lot of cash.
Yeah.
You're exactly right. And there are a lot of different things that are out there waiting for those guys. You got females. Okay. You got, I hate to say it, but churches. You know, I mean, I'm being dead serious here. I mean, I've seen people cut fat major checks. The organizations, I mean, like it's nothing, as if that money's going to replenish itself alone. So at the end of the day, you got to have a plan. You gotta know what that money, the power of that money is. You gotta know, and you gotta avoid some of these insurance products out there. A lot of times, they're told to cover the risk through risk management with insurance, which is prudent. But like Allen Iverson had a good deal because he has an annuity.
Right.
There's 1,000 guys sold annuities that don't need them. That are nothing like the one that Allen Iverson has. So. At the end of the day, you need a trusted advisor. It could be a family member if they're in the business. It could be a financial planner. So somebody you can trust who can help you understand what you're dealing with. You don't want to rely on a person totally to where you don't understand the complexity of the vehicles you're investing in or the situation. I mean, you want to have someone who will help educate you through financial literacy. I mean, it's not rocket science, man.
Yeah.
It really isn't. So.
Because you had said once before, like, okay, let's just back up real quick because my boy, he just told me, so he need to hear this. You get your signing bonus.
Mm-hmm.
How much of it really you should just I'm not even going to touch that?
If I had to give you a ballpark figure, I said after the tax man, okay, it's 100%. Tax man, 25 to 30%. Pay yourself with the rest of it, whatever. You spend it on whatever. So that's 20% to spend, 25% to spend. You got to save at least 25%. I'm talking gross.
Yeah.
I'm talking like off the top.
People don't understand that. They think the net. No, you saying gross.
And the crazy thing is, if these guys, if they can save their money outside of the retirement plans, because the retirement plans for these leagues are lucrative. I mean, if they can retire without having a lot of debt, and they've wilded out and still have some money saved, when they reach retirement age, 55 to 62, I mean, they're getting $50,000, $60,000 on average. But then, if you've been in the league 10 years, it's over $100,000 just from the pension. That's serious money. I mean,
wow. Yeah, all you gotta do is go to the bail box.
Oh yeah, I mean,
we had a couple of guys the other day. They still doing all right.
Yeah.
We had them in there. They don't look like they stressing. They both played 15, 12 years.
Look like they ain't got to go to work. Boy.
They had on T-shirt like, man, I'm good. I'm just jumping out.
Man, I'll be sitting by the pool tomorrow.
playing a lot of golf.
Yeah.
They don't mention golf around Teddy. I
play a little golf.
They trying to get me out there. I ain't got to go hack something.
We keep trying to tell Glade he need to start playing golf.
Got to.
Don't worry about it, man. I don't play much golf.
But I bet he got clubs.
But when your barber tell you every 2 weeks you need to get your butt out there.
You got clubs on the same.
At present, no.
Hey man, we'll be right back. Stay with us.
It takes 12 years to create a graduate. It takes about the same time to create a dropout. And at the end of the day, the difference between a child becoming one or the other could be you. So United Way is asking you to make a pledge. Tutor a child who needs help. Mentor a kid who needs someone on their side. Volunteer to read to children. Because when a child advances, we all advance. Be a reader, tutor, or mentor. Give, advocate, volunteer. Live United. Take the pledge now at liveunited.org. Brought to you by United Way and the Ad Council.
Get away from me.
Nobody likes you. You smell and you're stupid.
Are you tired of hearing those words in your day-to-day humdrum life? Are you uninteresting, tired, and suffer from bad posture? Well, one night at Sensational Celebrity Happy Hour can change all that. Be popular, be admired, be the man. Men will want to be you, and women be with you.
I love you guys.
Speaking of women, the SSN Happy Hour can do wonders for you, too.
Since I started lip syncing at Red Martini Lounge, I now know how to hold the mic right. Isn't that right, guys?
3179 Peachtree Road in Atlanta. We got you covered. Lip sync and dating games and so much more. It's the most fun you can have legally after your hard day at work. Work the Sensational Celebrity Happy Hour. This Friday, doors open at 5 p.m. at Red Martini Lounge.
This is Keon Carpenter, former Atlanta Falcon. You are tuned in to The Crush on Sensation Station Network.
Hey, this is DeJuan Roberts, your Fulton County Clerk candidate for Superior Court. Early vote starts May 2nd through May 21st. Election day is May 24th. Remember, we all win with DeJuan Roberts. This has been brought to you by The Crush on Sensation Station Network.
You're still here, man. Shout out to DeJuan Robinson. We still with our man Teddy Parrish, personal friend, good guy with us, man. So Teddy, I always talk to you. I know we talking about financial, man, but when you look back, man, how proud of you of what's going on up there at Kennesaw State, man? You being so close to it.
I really, really am proud, and that's why I stay so involved. I mean, I started out, I played ball up there first of all, and then the professors were so nice and genuine. I connected, made good friends with some, and that's who I started working with straight out of college. Gave me all the opportunity I wanted. He was, business had just started. I stayed with him the whole time. Grew our business from managing $80 million to managing almost $2 billion, and I was the face the last 5-6 years doing TV and everything, and homegrown, and just decided to launch my own deal. So that's why I'm so close with Kennesaw. He's a former professor,
right?
And I was connected right in. I'm a trustee on the foundation right now, as well as a board member for the College of the Arts. And they give you just as much responsibility as you take up there, buddy. And it's a good feeling because I know that without diversity, that university would not be where it is right now. Yeah. And Dan Papp really, the president, he really focuses on that. If you look at his cabinet, it's diverse. And the people are just good people.
One of the things because when you talk about guys who are like sitting on committees and chairs and all that stuff, usually much older than not us. But I mean, the fact that you're doing this at your age, because you're a young fella.
I'm pretty young.
Yeah, you're a young fella. You know, when you sit in these meetings with these guys, and I know, like I say, I've seen you whenever you're on TV, I'm watching it. And it's like the passion and the energy you have when you start talking about the money. Is that just a good feeling for you to know that everybody like, I'm gonna go to guy?
Yeah, it is a good feeling, and me knowing that I've been in the business for 23 years, and that I know what's coming out of my mouth, and I'm confident in conviction, have conviction with everything I say is a great thing. So it gives me more confidence. But what gives me the best feeling is actually turning on young folks to this business and helping people. Right. I'm bringing folks in to work with me from a young age and bringing them up in finance straight out of college. Yeah. And then the client side of it. I mean, that's the best feeling because I've been in the cycle long enough to see people who came to me and needed a plan, and they followed those instructions, and now they're retiring and their plans being fulfilled throughout 3 or 4 really, really bad markets, including 2008. So I know my strategy works. I know that the information I'm giving, the research is all credible, and so that's a good feeling to kind of be in control of your destiny and believe in what you do.
How often have you had a chance to work with athletes?
Multiple, not as much as I would like to. I've been in situations where I refused to work with a few of them because they wouldn't do what they're supposed to do, and then others who were clients and just didn't work out. But I have a few right now, athletes and entertainers. It's not just about managing the money. Like I said, you got to get the right patterns down, the right habits. That's first, and then you take care of risk management. And once you plan a little more and see how much your cash flow is coming in, going out, what you need to do to get to where you want to get, then you invest. So it's not always about flipping the money, which that's where I'm really a money manager at heart. So I love actually selecting investments, building portfolios. But there's a whole lot of stuff to do before you get to that. The biggest trap out there for them, other than some of these investment products, guys, is these small business opportunities that pop up.
Everybody want a car wash.
Car wash, restaurants. Restaurants are the most risky business you can ever start. And but real estate is always something that should be in their portfolio, but a lot of times they get too deep into the real estate. If that's not structured properly, it could go bad.
I can see that.
You know, just a plethora of things. You know, there are certain habits of highly successful people in different industries. And, you know, you just gotta hedge your bets most of the time. That's what you're doing.
What you smiling?
I mean, because so many people, like say, a couple of my kids who are in a training camp or are fighting for a job. It's like this is one of the things like that's starting to scare a lot of the guys because they don't want to work. Like, you know, when I only got maybe 3 to 4 years maybe to make this kind of money. Like nobody else. Like if you getting up at 6 in the morning, nobody paying like what these guys paying right now.
And it's getting worse and worse in this economy. We're going from a manufacturing economy to a services economy. And, you know, while there are some great manufacturing jobs where you're getting paid a lot of grip, you know, they're slowly going away. And it's all turning to services, and a lot of that's being outsourced now. So if you can make the bucks, you better make them right now. And I admire those guys a whole lot, you know. But I understand it could be painful. I mean, it's a lot of pressure. So... But I'm here to help any of them.
No doubt.
The thing about it is, what I do, you know, the lead time to landing the client is long because people are reluctant. They question you. And I spent 20 years doing this, getting the national name and everything, get some video, being Googleable.
Oh, yeah. Googleable. So check me out.
Did you write that down?
Yeah, I was just on Fox this morning. I don't know what you were doing, but yeah, I was on Fox this morning. Yeah.
So that I would have some credibility, but it still takes time for you to get people to trust you. So that's the biggest thing. And I work based on, you know, building the trust, transparency, saying, look, don't worry about the fees right now. Let's get your situation laid out in front of you and figure out exactly what you need to do. Once I get you going, you know, then we'll talk about you taking care of me. That's how I work. A lot of people don't believe it. Fortunately, I'm here to help, and it ain't no joke.
We believe. We believe. You know, I believe. Scared to get my portfolio, but I believe we're gonna get it together. And when we come back, man, we're gonna do one more segment with you, Ted. I want to ask you, when you said something about the frustration sometimes of dealing with some and having to turn people away. What could be some of those frustrations that are caused? Without mentioning,
I'll tell you.
People, we want to talk about that because people need to know. So everybody think they go in and say, I got this much money and you should take me, but if you can't do certain things, you might not want to take it.
Hit the brakes.
Yeah. We'll be right back.
Coming to Tampa Bay, I said we want to win a Super Bowl, and I believe we will.
From IamSecond.com.
We came close, but never really did win that championship.
Former NFL head coach Tony Dungy.
At the end of my 6th year, I was fired, and it was one of the biggest disappointments of my life. Next year, I'm in Indianapolis, get to the playoffs, but get knocked out again. And for the next couple of years, it's the same thing. Everyone is saying Colts are never going to win one. And I did wonder, why didn't it pan out the way I thought it would? But I determined that I had to have Christ first, and that everything else came below that, including my own desires. The next year, that ended up being our year to go to the Super Bowl and win it, and it was a wonderful feeling. Every decision I make, I'm going to make it through the lens of Jesus Christ, and He'd guide us to that ultimate victory. I'm Tony Dungy, and I am second.
You know you're listening to the dopest show on the airwaves, right?
You're my boy!
It's the Crush.
SSNATL.com. Thank you, sir.
Vince Lombardi once said that it's hard to be aggressive when you're confused. Some of us think that taking our lives to the next level, both personally and professionally, is a confusing and complicated process. Guess what? It's not, and I can prove it. My book, Truisms, will show you how living your life by rules that are so self-evident and obvious, you'll say, I knew that. This powerful yet short, detailed bestseller is on sale right now, under $10. Go to MichaelMcFadden.com. That's MichaelMcFadden.com, and let Truisms help you to the next level. Yo, it's your boy Michael McFadden. If you hear my voice right now, that means you're tuned in to The Crush on Sensation Station Network. Shout out to them Cowboys. Not for real. Maceo Glaze, what up?
Oh, that's accordion slip, right? Okay, all right. We're back, man. We still. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's yeah, McFadden. I said Freudian. Anyway, man, we're still here with our man Teddy P. So, Teddy, you talked about those frustrations and you having to turn away certain athletes and entertainers. Talk about that a little bit, man.
Well, I mean, a budget's a budget, okay? And if you can't stick to your own budget, and it really screws up the investment plan, that really not have me waste my time, but really put yourself at risk and under my clock, I can't have it. So, for instance, if a player comes in or anybody, and then we agree to a plan, they're going to save X amount of dollars. Okay, X amount of dollars is going to be liquid for spending or whatever, and it has to last over this amount of time, and the rest of it's going to be invested in the stock market,
right?
Which I only invest money in the stock market if it's not needed for the next 3 to 5 years. That's a rule, okay? Anything 3 years in has to stay liquid, either in bonds or that mature when you need the money. I have somebody who's constantly trying to dip into the risk pool, because this is where I'm taking the risk, so they don't have to worry about doing this because they have liquid cash over here. Then I can't deal with that person because he's putting my firm at risk. I have a philosophy. We have an investment policy statement, and he has to follow by that. Number two, just really people who I have staff and anyone who's really disrespectful, and people get very emotional about their money. You know, I can't deal with that. I mean, there has to be some level of respect. That's two good examples.
Yeah.
Because hey, the stock market's stressful enough dealing with. I manage emotions. That's my job.
Yeah.
Because people do irrational things when the market's going ape. You know what? And that's what I'm here for, to manage their emotions. You know, because at the end of the day, your emotions can get you in trouble.
Yeah. Pull out, take all of it. Yeah. Take out sale.
And that's our problem as a genre of the population.
Yeah.
Is risk tolerance is something that we just can't bear. We'll take the most risk in the world with our diet. But when it comes to our money, we won't take very much risk, and that holds us back a lot of times.
Interesting way of putting it.
We like that word guarantee too much.
Well, the message I got from one of my guys, because he was saying, he basically was like, hold on. Okay, so he said at his 1.5, what if he was to put away just the 0.5?
Okay.
Third, right? 33%.
Yeah.
He can live with that.
With Parrish Capital? Come on. Got him tomorrow. No, I mean, it would entail sitting down talking to the young man about what he sees his future to look like. And obviously, it's his first contract, so you're talking about the first, let's say that first 3 years, what he thinks that looks like. And we won't take a whole lot of risk until there's a little more visibility. But, yeah, I think he can build a really good base portfolio. And when I say portfolio, I don't mean all stocks. But a base portfolio that could get him on the right track. Because
I just think, well, I know his family, and I'm pretty sure they've already told him, like, look here, hey man, one shot at this, don't mess it up. Like say, we get these monies, and let's take care of them. Because again, to me, I just think like if you're able to play in this league 3, maybe 5 years, like
you should have accumulated enough money to, like say, when it's done, let's say you find a couple of hobbies or whatever, but you should financially be straight. You shouldn't have to worry about 5 years from now, 10 years from now.
That one commercial that said, "What's your number? The number you need to retire." I love that commercial.
Me too.
What's his number? What do you think that number is? He can pick that number, show me what he has now, and he sit back and let me go to work.
Hey, man, we come back, man. I get to get it off my chest for a little bit. So stay with us. It's the Crush.
You want to see who's in the network?
Don't be jealous that I've been chatting online with Babe all day.
Follow us on Instagram at Sensation Station Network. We're the nation's urban station. Radio, not dumbed down.
I am an American soldier.
I'm a warrior and a member of a team.
I serve the people of the United States and live the Army values.
I will always place this first.
I will never accept defeat.
I will never accept defeat.
I will never quit.
I will never leave a fallen comrade. I am disciplined.
I am disciplined. Physically and mentally tough.
Trained and proficient in my warrior task and drill.
I always maintain my arms, my equipment, and myself.
I am an expert and I am a professional.
I stand ready to deploy, engage, and destroy the
enemies of the United States of America in close combat.
I am a guardian of freedom and the American way of life.
I am an American soldier.
I am an American soldier.
I am an American soldier.
There's strong, and there's Army strong. See what it takes at GoArmy.com.
Well, I finally did it. I opened a 401k.
What? Why? Just wait for the inheritance. We've definitely got a rich uncle somewhere. We're one call away from the winner's circle at the Derby, dinners with multiple forks, a vacation home in the country, using summer as a verb.
You don't actually think that, do you?
When it comes to financial stability, don't get left behind. Get tools and tips for saving at feedthepig.org. This message brought to you by the American Institute of CPAs, the Georgia Society of CPAs, and the Ad Council.
This is Bobby out from the Ohio State. I'm kicking with the Crush on Sensation Station Network.
Oh, man, it's that segment when I get a little few things off my chest. And my chest thing is a little simple today, man. Atlanta sports is driving me crazy. You know, one thing, man, when we used to Morris Brown, they say one thing. It's hard being an Atlanta fan, and it has never been more truer than it is today. Right now, man, the city of Atlanta has only had one championship in the 50-60 years that we've been doing sports. I don't count the St. Louis Hawks or the Milwaukee Braves. I don't count all that. I mean, when they set the foot in Atlanta, we've only had one. We've only had one Super Bowl appearance by the Falcons. We've only had one World Series won out of 5 appearances. And we've never seen an NBA Finals. Even though, I mean, we do things in Atlanta that make me hurt my heart. Like in 1993, I know about the whole tow car thing. But when Dominique was traded and Michael Jordan went in the league, our best shot to make the finals, we traded him. We got Danny Manning, and Danny Manning did what the next year? He left us. We look at the Falcons football team. Thought we was getting to the Super Bowl. Got there. Eugene Robinson. Don't forget about that, buddy. Then this year we came back, had the San Francisco 49ers, had a chance. Matt Ryan gets hurt. Tony Gonzalez wide open in the end zone. And we lose to the 49ers at home. Not on the road. At home. And don't even talk about the Braves. Yeah, we got 14 what? Division titles?
Yeah, division titles, baby.
That look good.
Shout out to Bobby Cox.
But we got only one World Series in it. One Super Bowl parade. And unfortunately, Bo Bach told me this, and he hurt my heart ever since then. Ain't no parade happening, but for the rest of our lives. And my heart has not been the same since. I know everybody try to tell me it's a transient city, and then whatever, man. Kyle Korver, you can cry all you want to, but when the city of Atlanta wins, we show up.
Check out Mike Vick.
Check out the Hawks. Check out when we did show up. We show up, but we're getting tired of seeing brooms at our house. We're not getting broomed at other people's houses. We're getting the broom at our house. And then we get to see that, and then we get our football. We packing 70,000. We building new stadiums in Cobb County. Ain't my traffic bad for this? I want a parade, people. 95 was a long time ago.
Macy's, baby, Macy's.
1995, that's 21 years ago. If you were born in 95, you could be able to drink now. If you drinking, that's a long time. I just had to get that off my chest. Fellas, what do you think about it, man? Sam, what do you think about that, man?
Man, that's serious. You brought it all home. I'm just listening. I'm like,
It hurts, Sam. I'm hurt, man.
Hey, it's hard. It's hard. Hopefully it gets better at some point.
But Bob told me, he say, you like Thanksgiving Day Parade and Macy's Parade and St. Patrick's Day Parade. You ain't getting no championship parade. Hurt my feelings, Sam.
I can't say we won't ever get another one, but I mean it's looking pretty tough right now. It is. You know, and the thing of it is, the one team in town that's winning right now just goes down in a sweep, and that's the thing that hurts so bad.
It's hard.
And that's the team that's winning right now.
Yeah.
Well, you know how I feel about it.
Uh-oh.
You know, I am a Brave and Hawk fan, but you know, I've seen my
He's a Cowboy fan.
I've seen my team win. Yeah, I've seen that. I've been to them. You know,
and you saw one in Atlanta. So what, man?
Nah, but then I was fortunate enough to go to the Rose Bowl, and I was fortunate enough to be in Arizona. So I've seen 3. Seen my team win 3 with my own eyes. Yeah. You seen the Periscope. I pull out all the artifacts. I pull out the seat cushions and the programs.
We had that ice storm when y'all were down here. Damn, hell had came.
That's right. We still won, though. We still won, baby.
Making deals with the devil.
We still won. Michael Irvin made it sit all night. We still pulled that thing out, baby.
Yeah, man. It just bothers me, and I see there's a lot of people. They don't tell me they're no fans, but you keep building.
Fans are passionate here. Now they got to cut that out.
They got to cut. The ESPN started a long time ago. That's bullshit.
Yeah, fans are passionate here, but people want to win.
You build canoes for the ocean. That's what happens.
You know, me and Teddy, we've been fortunate enough to see, America's team, hoist that Lombardi.
That's right. A couple times.
Yeah, I mean,
it's been a while.
It's kind of dusty though.
VHS. Dust off the VHS.
Kind of dusty.
Dust preserves.
But they're there.
All right, man. That's why you glad to get off the chat. We'll be right back going to the Crush recap. Stay with us.
Leaders aren't born, they're made. And not just anywhere. They're made in special places by special qualified trainers in places like the Academy of Creative Coaching. The Academy of Creative Coaching is an international certification program with courses in health and wellness coaching, spiritual coaching, relationship coaching, executive coaching, life coaching, and cultural competency coaching. Courses are online, hybrid, or face-to-face. The Academy of Creative Coaching is empowering coaches to empower the world. Make a positive change in yourself and the world. Go to academyofcreativecoaching.com.
Mom, Dad, guess what? Now you're always talking to me about not doing drugs like pot and ecstasy and cocaine, how they're dangerous and illegal. Well, you don't have to worry anymore. My friends and I have found a much better way to get high. And you'll be happy to know it's not even illegal. Nice, huh? Want to know what we're doing? All right, I'll tell you. We use cough medicine. Seriously, the stuff in the medicine cabinet? You didn't notice it was missing? Oh, well, I guess lucky for me then.
Last year, more than 2 million teens risked blackouts, seizures, even comas, intentionally abusing ordinary cough medicine, the kind in virtually every home in America. Never heard of it? Bet your kids have.
And it's got to be safe, because it's medicine, right?
When you talk to your kids about drugs, make sure you start with the ones in the medicine cabinet. Need help getting the conversation started? Go to drugfree.org. A message from the Partnership for a Drug-Free America.
This is Cecilia Tolbert, mother of fullback Mike Tolbert, and you're listening to Crush Radio on Sensation Station Network.
Going to that Crush recap brought to you by
Blunt Power.
With Blunt Power 3 sprays last for days. You can find out more about
Blunt Power. That was better.
The website, Blunt Power.
That was better.
I'll go to that Facebook page, Blunt Power, and the Twitter page at Blunt Power. Hey, first of all, man, thank you guys, man. This has been a great show. I've known Teddy for over a year now. It's been fun. And Sam, like I said, might not have known you, but I felt like I've known you since I was in high school, man.
We partners now.
Back in the day.
Yeah,
Red Devils. They still got the Red Devils on the water tower.
Yeah, we do, man. We still got it.
What happened to that preacher that tried to get them to take them down?
Man, he was mad about that, bro.
Yeah, I remember hearing the story about that. I said, man, you hear about the preacher that came to Lincoln? He wanted to get the Red Devils up the water tower. They ran that preacher out of town.
Well, we ain't seen him since.
That's terrible.
They call that OTP. We don't play that out there. That football rule, man.
Leave them Devils up there on that water tower.
That's crazy.
Money up there. We don't play that. Thank you, guys. So, Sam, what would you, in your opinion, say the state of Atlanta sports is at this time?
Man, everything else. But you know what? I'm excited about the fall, going into the fall. You want to see if the Falcons make some steps going forward. You want to see which Georgia Tech team is real Georgia Tech, the one we saw last year, what we saw the year before, which is the real one, maybe we said this year. I want to see what the new coach does over at UGA. I was coming in. We got this quarterback and everything, and you know what? Let's see what he can do with the players that he's inherited there. Everyone's saying that Tennessee and Florida are the teams to beat in the East. What if he comes in there and steals the East this year? Excited about Georgia State and what they've done on the last calendar year. Everything from the shot, they had the coach falling down. Football team goes to Statesboro and wins. They go to the first bowl game. They're going to get Turner Field when the Braves move out, and now Sherman White's going over for the basketball. I'm excited about what could possibly come. And now let's see what the Hawks ownership does. You know, what they bring in to retool this team to reward these fans for being loyal and being on board and filling up that building the last 2 seasons. That should mean something.
Matt Ryan, what should Falcon fans
hopefully
expect?
got a center. His problem has been ever since Todd McClure left. That makes a difference.
That's why it was such a big thing for to get that guy.
It does make a difference.
So Mac might be the difference.
That could be the difference. He won't be back there with the jelly legs and whatnot. He can go back there and actually stand in there and get the ball out to Julio and the other receiver. But I think people underestimated the difference. All while McClure was there, you didn't have those issues with him. The center makes a difference.
Oh, big difference.
I totally agree. And that's been a revolving door with this team the last few years. Yeah. Let's see if we stabilize that position. That could be a big start in the right direction.
Huge part. So, Teddy, speaking of what we're talking about schools, what's the feeling around Kennesaw State these days, man?
It's very optimistic. I think football has lit a fire, and this year's basketball program did pretty well, considering Al Skinner's coming in without really having much in the way of the recruits, and this upcoming class should be pretty good. And then golf's doing well. I mean, you name it, there's some good vibes around it.
Yeah, we had Vaughn here. He was very smiling. I was like,
he's excited.
Vaughn was very
He's
happy.
always upbeat.
Yeah. Because the thing I asked him, I was like, because we got Georgia Tech. Can we see a Kennesaw State Georgia State rivalry start to brew?
I think that's a part of the bigger plan. You never know.
Yeah.
I mean,
75 rivalry.
There's some big stadiums going up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
30,000 up 75, and Georgia State just went up to 50, 52.
Yeah.
January.
That's some big schools.
Because to me, it's just like the state of Georgia. We are truly like at the end of the day, we're blessed because it's so many sports options.
Man. What I always love about Georgia, man, I always tell people I can go to South Georgia, see football all day, man, on a Friday or Saturday, go to Georgia Southern or so, with Savannah State or Valdosta State to see football. I can see it up north. I can see it in the middle school. I mean, just in the middle of Georgia, the CSRA area. Georgia has so much talent. That's why if you're AD, that's why I understand the satellite thing. They want to be in Georgia like, hey, there's too much coming out of that state.
But the funny part about the satellite thing, I think a lot of people missed the point, and the reason why I was like, we need satellite camps because the smaller schools come along to the satellite camp. So where I don't have the budget to get to see these guys during the recruiting period, I can go to that satellite camp and I can get all the information, all the contacts I need.
And get some good players. You got to remember the other teams at other levels that were playoff teams. Reinhardt, a playoff team.
Exactly.
West Georgia went to the Division II semifinals for the second straight year. So that's the whole thing. These other programs in the state are able to get players through the satellite camps.
And that's the big thing, man. Just to be real quick, man. Something that we need to. I didn't get a chance to report. Stephen Curry, not Marbury. We'll be playing tonight for the Golden State Warriors.
What made you say Marbury?
I don't know, man. Maybe I'm still hating on
He's a star in China.
Yeah, that's it. We all say he's a Jordan of China.
Jordan, yeah.
He's a Jordan of China.
But Curry will be playing tonight. Should make
I think that's a bad move. I just think it's bad.
I think they can beat Portland without him.
I think
exactly.
they can too.
I don't know what the rush is.
Because if I'm Lillard, I'm banging knees with him one time. I'm not. That's just part of the game.
Yeah, I'm running maybe a little. When he try to cross me over, my legs stay out a little bit longer.
Like Teddy said earlier, Tanya Harding.
Don't put that on me.
Oh no! Hey, one to the knee, one time, like that. Because you have to find out how limited he will be, and then again, it's all strategy. Like I'm following him a little bit. He ginger.
Well, maybe the plan is for limited minutes tonight.
It should be.
It better be
limited minutes tonight.
I don't see there's a big need to put him out there long. I think you beat Portland out. Yeah, they won that one game, but
Lillard not gonna go for even if Lillard hot tonight. He not dropping 40 tonight again. He was just on his own the other night. He just felt it,
and they got too many guys that can actually get on Lillard and cause some trouble.
Yeah, exactly. Man, Matt Barnes. I said Matt Barnes.
You did.
Yeah, Harrison Barnes.
Yeah, you went there with me.
I'm thinking about Matt Barnes because your boy Fisher was in petty mode. He out with the girl. He taking
on
pictures.
Mother's Day.
Yeah, on Mother's Day with the kids at a movie premiere. Like, really, dude.
Yeah.
He was in my really, and I didn't want to. Yeah, I forgot all about that. That was crazy.
That boy still. And he gonna post on that to my happy Mother's Day to my baby mama. Y'all just petty, man.
And what's so crazy? The season over. Like Matt Barnes might roll up on you, dog. You know. And one thing, Matt Barnes be on TV, so I know he in. Dog, the season over for Matt Barnes. He's somewhere like, dude, I might pull up on you, dude. You better be careful, man.
One too many neck tattoos for me, boy. You better be careful.
Matt Barnes has already proved that he will ride out and come get you, man.
When he ran down the tunnel to get that dude.
Yeah, man. Matt Barnes about that life, man. He really about that life. Oh, another good story I forgot that I was gonna mention, man. Marcus Lattimore got his degree at the University of South Carolina.
That's
great.
Got it. I had to put that one. I was gonna save it for tomorrow, but this kid went through so much, the horrific knee injury that cost him millions of dollars. Yeah. He got that piece of paper.
Did he get covered by Lawrence?
He did get covered by Lawrence London, but he almost revoked it because he tried to go try for. Remember, he went to San Francisco, and they were just like, it's no way possible. And insurance people were like, dude, you're good. You're good. Don't, because if you sign this waiver and attempt to go play, you forfeit the money. That's why you had the Lawrence London policy to do it.
That is a blessing for him to have had that.
Yeah.
Because he was awesome.
He was on his way.
Lattimore was really
legit.
Good. Yeah. Well, Lattimore was really one of those guys. You looked at him like, oof. He was girlyish. He was girly.
He dominated the SEC.
Yeah, when I heard when he broke that, it was just nasty.
Kind of like horrible.
Wasn't as bad as Chubb's. Chubb's wasn't as bad as his, but
he tore everything in his knee.
Because his leg just kind of. You see, I always tell people if it just lingers in the air, that ain't a good
thing.
Thing.
But for him to, and I know it just had to be an emotional moment for everybody in Columbia. Of course his family, but like just to know his story. And to just like, you know what, man, that's perseverance. Like, for real.
Before we go, Sam, the Jacob Eason, what do you think is it too much? Is it worth the cost? What do you think about Jacob?
I think he comes out there, and he did look in the spring game, but that's spring game.
Yeah. It's catered for him to succeed.
You know what I mean? But so we'll find out for sure in the fall. I think he'll come in and do well. He'll make mistakes. He's
gonna be a true freshman.
He's a true freshman.
And that's what I try to tell everybody about the spring game. Now he made a couple of wild throws, but you know that when I know I can't get hit at quarterback, man, I'm stepping into every throw.
I'm gonna wait about 5 more seconds till he gives me.
Because ain't no DN come bearing down. Yeah. Dude, they gonna be coming to get you. Oh, yeah. North Carolina gonna be coming week 1.
Yep, they will be. And he still got the big game with Tennessee. People like that he's going to have to face, and it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough.
Well, again, guys, I really appreciate this, man. Thank you, Sam, so much, man. We're
Thanks
gonna have
for
you
the
back, man.
Have me back.
Yeah.
Oh, no doubt.
Thank you, Teddy.
Thanks for having me, guys. Nice to meet you, sir.
Yeah, man. Nice to meet you.
Shout out to all the other parish capital. Thanks to Dr. Kevin Dancy Blunt Powell, the Phoenix Leadership Group, and Warren Robinson for Fulton County. Thank you, Nikki. Thank you, Sky.
We forgot to let Sky talk.
I'll get it tomorrow.
Okay, y'all.
I ain't let off the hook.
See, they be doing stuff behind my back. See,
we'll see y'all guys tomorrow, 22 hours. Peace. Thank y'all. Thank you all. See y'all later.
We gone, y'all. Peace.
Love it.
Nice.
So it'll be up on YouTube. It's on YouTube now.
It should be saving now.
Just send in your show.
Okay.
Just let me back in here.
Now we come to the special feature of our program.
Pretty sure I got 3 packets right here.
Okay.
I'm sorry. 3 packets.
Okay.
4 packets. A bunch of cards.
Yeah, man, we try a little thing.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
You're right.
One of mine.
Yes,
I tell you what, please pass around for some young people up your way. I got a website.
I will.
People want to be sports reporters, so I started. The kids will come in, just write their stuff and put it out there. We put it out on social media.
You got all my info.
We got
the official.
Okay.
That's what's up.
And we usually have a number of kids who've done it and got some entry level jobs and, stuff like that. So
we definitely gonna get in touch. You can get tired of us saying, "Look, I'm gonna call you all the time." Same.
Give me a shout.
That's good. Oh, I just said okay. You know how we are.